World War II had an unlikely hero in the form of a mathematician. The movie The Imitation Game follows Alan Turing in his team's real-life race against time. Allen Leech, who many of you might recognize from Downton Abbey, joins us now. He plays John Cairncross in the movie. How are you, Alan?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
Doing very well. So tell us about The Imitation Game, and this is based on a true story, right?
Yes, the real-life story of Alan Turing, who was a cryptographer and one of the greatest minds that has ever existed. He's the forefather of the digital age. He's a man who was given the unenviable task of breaking the unbreakable code. And to do that, he realized he was going to have to build a machine, a bigger and better machine than the one that the Nazis had. And they believe that he ended the war 2 years early with the saving of 14 million lives.
Wow.
So he's a fascinating man. He's a true unsung war hero. And it's wonderful to be able to be part of this story and telling his life story.
It really is incredible. If you think about, like, today, I'm sure like today there's an app where you could just take a picture of whatever their code was and it would just immediately but he had to really create the technology. He, along with your character and others, had to create this technology from scratch.
They did, yeah. They had, as I said, the unenviable task of trying to break this unbreakable code. Every morning they got messages through from the Nazis that they had infiltrated, and they had from 6 a.m. to 12 p.m. to midnight to try and break it. Now, by trying to break it, they had 159 million possibilities. So it truly was completely impossible. And then that code would change again at midnight. So he realized the only way to beat this was to build a bigger and better machine, a machine that could think exponentially faster than the human mind. And that today is called a computer. So the very devices that we use, as you said, there's probably an app, but we wouldn't have an app, we wouldn't have the technology we have today without Alan Turing.
Really is pretty incredible. Now, I know Benedict Cumberbatch, he plays Alan Turing. You play one of Alan's cryptographers. Tell us about your character in particular and the role he plays.
Yeah, John Cairncross was a linguist and cryptographer, and he worked in Bletchley Park alongside Alan Turing. And the movie also deals with secrets and the power of secrets. And Cairncross had a secret over Alan Turing, and Alan Turing in the end had a secret over Cairncross. So it's their relationship, it's the power of secrets and the power of what you do with them that could change the course of history. Mm-hmm. And Alan Turing was gay, and at the time it was illegal to be gay, and he was persecuted and set on a course of treatment that ultimately saw him take his own life.
Yeah.
So it's a tragic story, a tragic injustice that he suffered. And what's wonderful is this movie is a celebration of his life and a tribute to being different in the way that Alan Turing was. And
it wasn't until the past couple years that the Queen actually gave him a reprieve, obviously a posthumous. It was
actually the year.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were actually on set when that came through, so It was very poignant for us, and it really resonated how important a story we were telling.
Now, Alan, in real life, are you a genius? I mean, have you ever solved a Rubik's Cube or anything like that?
I think I'm pretty far from a maths genius. One of the things they do in the movie is Alan Turing set out a crossword, and if you could solve this crossword in 6 minutes or less, or 8 minutes, that you could be part of his team. But as a cast of Benedict Cumberbatch, Keira Knightley, Charles Dance, Mark Strong, Matthew Good, Matthew Beard, all of us together, it took us 5 days to do a simplex crossword in The Guardian. So I think we are very far. We could probably play great cryptographic minds, but we certainly aren't of that class.
That's very funny. Alan, it's a pleasure. We're really looking forward to seeing the movie. I know it's in theaters now, The Imitation Game. Thank you so much, Alan.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
All right. You want to find out more about this thriller? Man, it is an unbelievable movie from everything I've been hearing. Just watch a preview. You're going to fall in love. TheImitationGame.com. You'll see it. Even the website can test your mind power. Hopefully it won't take you 5 days. Dow?